Hello everyone and welcome to a new show today with GameBiz Masters. This is a game made by somebody called Ryan Saunders, who sent us a key to the game and asked us if we could take a look at it, and well, here we are doing that. The game's on Steam, it's in early access, it's got a demo, it's about 12.5 euros. It's a game dev sim kind of thing. If you haven't been familiar, haven't been in touch with this kind of genre, it started a hell of a long time ago, but it really took off when Game Dev Story came out for phones, and then with that thing that showed up on the Pirate Bay put there by devs, and then it became a whole thing in the press. It took off. Anyway, it's that kind of game. Probably the best example of this genre, okay, the most popular is Game Dev Story, but the best example of the genre is GameBiz, which was made 20 years ago. GameBiz 2 is a game I played a lot of and came out 16 years ago, and there's a GameBiz 3 that came out 12 years ago or something. They were made by Veloci Games. The GameBiz 2 is still out there and it's still comprehensive as hell. So let's get into Game Dev Master. Actually, I'm going to click new game first because I want to show you the character creation bit. You can pick your character. Let's just put some random names here. You can pick a favorite genre, which allows you to start with something, with expertise in something. A perk for your manager, which is stuff like this. Trend visualizer lets you, see how things mesh together. If you're well connected, if you know people, if you're in the biz, you get some discounts. If you're a coding veteran, with John Carmack, you get a bonus to sale. If you're a coding veteran, you should have gotten a bonus to not getting bugs into the games. I think that would have been a better bonus than getting this. What was his name? I forget his name. There was a really awesome programmer who basically programmed Final Fantasy 1 and a bunch of other games. I forget his name. He basically, he remembered the code, basically. He didn't just write it and then, document it. No, he remembered it. I know sort of what his name sounds like, but I fear I will mess up, so I just, John Romero is a big fan of his. You can also be a people person, which you're an incredibly charismatic individual, but your overwhelming charisma, people who choose to work for you will happily do so for 50% less pay per month. This should be renamed to Absolute Wanker or something, because that's not something that's actually a positive thing. And fan friendly, you understand your audience and your community. Nasir Jebeli, that was his name, yeah. Finally, remembered. You understand your audience and your community management is amazing. You get 25% more fans for game sales, which is nice. Okay, let's pick one. And World Seed. You can either have it be procedural, where everything is kind of random, so you have to research exactly what genres work with what kind of game. Otherwise, they may not be, a good match. For example, RPG and fantasy would be a good match in reality-based, but it's not guaranteed to be something like that here. So yeah, let's pick one of them, because now we're getting to this part, and I question, why the underwear? Why the dancing animation? Why any of this? The answer is because this is an asset from the Unreal Engine store, and that's how it works. You can choose your difficulty. Currently, by default, I'm at 900% and tutorials, and let's pick no. And this is basically where you play the game, but I'm gonna play this game. I'm gonna go back to the menu and load up this thing. Here we are in my other office, where I've made the worst game several times in a row. It has not been a fun situation. I like the animation with the blinds. You can even change them. Blinds close, light, sun power. I can adjust the sun. I can even change the music. Apparently they're all made by the creator of the game, which is nice. Set random color scheme. randomize me, accept. Now it looks like we're in some kind of... I actually don't know what we're in. There's also weather effects outside, and sometimes it'll rain, sometimes it'll freeze over. And it's a nice aesthetic to have. Now, if you're not familiar with this kind of game, it basically functions like any of them. You set a name for your game, let's say, Thor's Door 2. That's a reference to Baldur's Gate, by the way. Let's make it a fantasy, let's pick a genre, let's make it an RPG. Let's pick a target audience. I've already researched these, and this had a bad comment. Why would an RPG for everybody be a bad combo, though? Why would a teen RPG be a bad combo, though? Why is adult-only fantasy RPG a great combo? See that? I like that there's options like these, but I question their logic. I mean, this is supposed to be the realistic approach. This is supposed to be reality, game mode, and that's not really how it goes. Usually this one's the big draw, but this one's even bigger. So let's pick a platform. And now we're getting to even more weird stuff. When you start programming a game from the first time, you have to make a choice of what your platform is. And they all have development costs associated with them in the form of a dev kit. The PC was the most expensive one. Even though I have a PC at the desk, yet somehow these are cheaper. This is again something that does not reflect reality. You can make a game on a PC a lot cheaper than on a console because you don't need the console. You don't need the development kit. You don't need to pay for licensing of the technology of the console. At one time you have to pay for patches on consoles. That's kind of weird. You also get to make your engine. I'm gonna use the Egotech engine. I used to have somewhat realistic engine as well. Currently there's just small gains because I'm a small studio. And development has begun. And if you've played any of the, the Game Dev Story, the Game Dev Tycoon, you know what this stuff is. It's the same thing. It's design, technology, research, and bugs. It's literally the same thing. It's even got the same sliders that we've had since GameBiz. And I just have to figure out which one of these go better together. So I have to put a high priority on gameplay, but I can't have tech be, less than 61% if I want to have the maximum possible score. So I'm gonna have to carefully figure out which ones to use. I'm gonna create a... So this is the marketing bit. I can post on social media, I can set up a Reddit board, and I can create a Discord server. These options are mutually exclusive, which is a bit weird. They shouldn't be. And I'm gonna select myself because I'm the only employee currently at this company. So gameplay, yeah, I'm gonna have to bump engine up a bit, I guess. And story, yeah, I need to get tech high enough for it to overpower design. Let's see how it goes after the first step. Generating hype. If there was a convention going on, I could register for one. But currently there is actually... This one would probably be available once... well, now. There should be a pop-up here. Yep, there's a convention. I'm gonna book a small booth with this thing. Book event. And this will... I got hype, I got some fans, visitors. This will let me achieve higher sales down the line. Now we just wait for these things to fill up in, what was it, Game Dev Tycoon. It actually popped the bubbles, but yeah, you don't do that here. It wasn't like a good mechanic or anything, it just had something to do while your character was doing that. Currently I'm a bit overbalanced on design, but if I skimp on the other parts here, it will not end well. It's this is the core mechanic of this genre. You have these graphs and this thing. That's what people have understood as this genre being. This is the mechanics of the game dev genre, game dev sim tycoon genre. It's kind of annoying that this is what people understood as this being, but hey, we're here, and I only have 3 tech points, so I am gonna choose dialogue trees. Maybe I can choose better AI, and hopefully that will increase my tech thing here, and I'm gonna put these in. Now, to ensure that I have proper tech, more tech in here, I'm gonna use my tech override skill, which should turn all the bubbles I'm generating now to technology bubbles. I'm just not generating a lot of them. Come on, generate more. Come on, come on, come on. Now I think the skill expired, which is kind of sad. I should have used it later down the line. Though if the balance is too way off, I can delay the game and modify this balance. Or we could do this, turn up the graphics. Yeah, there should be enough. Begin. Hopefully this will get us to a better state. No, don't put it in the sign. I can't activate the skill twice. Put those in tech. Come on, we need 60% tech. Oh, that was a 2x. Another 2x. More in tech, more in tech. 50-50. Wow, that's terrible. Finish event. Okay, I'm gonna delay the game. And I'm gonna put 1 week in tech. And I'm gonna add power 1. I delayed it by 2 weeks last time, and the balance was just like 180 design versus 80 tech because it was a different genre. 51. If I increase it, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna continue the marketing too. Let's see what this gets us. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit. Bingo. It is, I think, precise. The current total points required. Okay, let's put it a price of 10 and let's package it for release. Scores 9. Best looking game. From Worth the Buy, the game desk. This game border on greatness. Okay, but it needs an S there, but falls short in some areas. Overall, a great game to kill some time. Yeah, that sounds like a great description of random, insignificant reviews. I struggled to find anything negative to say about this game under the hood. That's actually a good name for a site. What would Jesus play? I actually like the comments on this thing. I have prayed my entire life for a game like this to come into being. Finally, my prayers have been answered. From a previous game, it said, even if the devil had made this, I would still want to play it. That was an absolutely fantastic review. Let's actually release it now. Yeah, I want to end the show. Let's see. Oh, I actually got best small game of the year, even though I haven't released it yet. Okay, but hey, the reviews are out, so there's that. So that's actually a good thing. I got small game of the year, so let's actually sell it now on Steam. Released a bunch of games, a lot of them were crap. Pay the fee, put this thing in. Let's put it at 5%. I can't price it higher though, which is sad. And now we should be rolling in the doula. Let's look at our company financials. Games income, nothing here. Little here, nothing here. A lot here, and currently this is still in circulation. One thing that the game kind of buries some things in its interface is that you can actually play the crypto coin aspect. You can buy crypto coins and then sell them. as an investment method. You can also buy other companies or pieces of other companies, or you can train yourself in certain skills. Again, it's the same thing that games in this genre have had since GameBiz 1, which is a long time ago. What it does that I think is the skills. I do not remember that being available much in other games of this genre. You can study here up on what genres and what things mesh well with. If you have enough research you get from basically anything you do, just about anything. Let's research some game engine features. For example, achievements, we can research them. UI improvements, linear story, simple cutscenes, branching story. That actually takes a lot of stuff, and I don't think I have enough engine power. I'm gonna have to build a new engine to even fit this into my into any game, because I don't have that. AI companions, yeah, we could do that. Mono sound, day-night cycle, 3D. Yeah, let's research that. Incoming channel. That's, well, I'm getting money. Anyway, you also have an email where the developer of the game sends you several, reports of things you're doing. But what I'm gonna do now is upgrade to a bigger office and maybe get some employees, so I'm not alone anymore. So I'm gonna do that right now with the, what was it? Real estate. Yes, have enough money. I have 100k. Let's go for it. And I think this is the limitation that was in the demo version of the game. You couldn't switch to the next office, but here we are. I have more stuff. I can even get pets, which is something that you couldn't do in game dev and GameBiz, pardon. Let's see, where's the arcade games? You can even update games if you want to. Some of them, like I said, did not turn out well. Where's the publishing? This feature until the company... Okay, I have to get 1 million in evaluation milestones. Where's the employees? Real estate, studio upgrades. Yeah, you also have a Paragon system that resets your studio in case you want to just play it infinitely. You can buy game extensions like sequels, which is a weird thing to be able to buy in console ports, which is... Okay, that I get in this, and yeah, these kind of make sense. But most importantly, also have studio perks. Can get you more sales, less cost, more hype. Let's pick that again, except these are kind of boring. I mean, absolutely astonishingly boring. I think it'd be more interesting, like lower chances of you ending up on a what's his name, Jason Schreier, the guy that used to be at Kotaku and is now at Bloomberg. Lower chance of ending up in one of his articles because of things your studio is doing. Yeah, that's something to have there. But where is the acquisitions? No. There's just contract for work. Also, much like most games in the genre, you can work on contracts to get, upgrade the office employee slots. 1 of 3, okay. Motivational poster. A motivational poster costs 25,000. Does that seem a bit weird? I mean, faster internet costs double the price of a motivational poster. That's weird as hell, but not as weird as what I'm gonna show you next. So you also have the actually, once this finishes, I have to wait for it to finish. Maybe I'll actually find a button that lets me hire other people by then. Come on, I know I saw it around here somewhere. The interface is, I gotta say, not... Oh, I did not finish that on time. That's all I got, most of the bones. So, you have hardware here, which lets you upgrade stuff. Now, currently, I'm running a VGA monitor with 15 Hertz, and that's not a thing. That literally is not a thing. Now, if maybe in some weird reality I was actually in the past, it would make sense that I would have like a VGA monitor with a Pentium 1, but Steam's around, Discord is around, those are around. I am not in the past. But yet from day one I can upgrade to a Pentium 5 and all it does is this. This does not make sense. This does not make any sense. This is just a resource sink that is very, very, very badly veiled. It is very badly integrated into the actual story. The myth, the world, the lore, if you will. Take for example again, GameBiz. GameBiz had the same thing. You could upgrade your stuff, but you started out with Commodores. You started out with hardware that is so old that you couldn't do stuff like 3D on them. Man, GameBiz is a much more in-depth game than this is. And it's a much better game than this is. Because they thought things through when they made that game. And I don't know if it was made by a lot of people. I know that this is just made by one person. But it wouldn't be all that difficult. Let's say it wouldn't be all that difficult to change these to something else, because as they are now hardware upgrades, this gets you basically nothing. It just decreases training time. Why would it? Like, why? Hardware is supposed to be your actual production pipeline. It's supposed to be your dev kit. It's supposed to be your platform thing. Now I don't own the platform. PC Desktop 2. They released a sequel to the PC. And again, why do I have to buy it? I have a PC. Yeah, it's a Pentium 1. But it's the one that I'm programming stuff on. I don't see the game. I don't see my character going to a different computer to program games on. Also can't use the stapler for some reason. Anyway, let's go back to where the button for hiring people was. Archive game financials, portfolio, staff management. Yeah, it's under financials. Pets get their own button, but people do not. Goddamn, that's terrible. Let's see. Tech, research. I need somebody with tech. Hire tech. Yes. Okay, now there's two people, and bam, there's two of us. Both of us on Pentium 1. So let's make a new engine then. Let's create an engine and let's add everything to it. Yep, it's gonna have everything. Let's license it out. So it's gonna be a bit of expensive to actually create. Let's call it, I don't know. What's a play on Chrome? Iron engine. And that's gotten us into the red, actually. That's not good. We will probably need to get a bank loan or something. Or we're still getting income from other stuff. Level up. And because we've licensed the engine, it means that we are able to actually make money on it. Since there's two of us now, we should be able to actually gain more profit by doing outsourced stuff like this. Let's do that again and just make a new engine on a new game on the new engine. There's something new, interesting. Oh, it's just this. Now the game's still in development, so maybe there will be other events going forward. But currently this is all there is. Let's go to the convention. Yeah, let's book a thing for Thor. I should probably increase sales. Let's go to the storefront actually. It doesn't seem to have any analytics in the actual storefront, which is disappointing. Let's go to the financials then. Revenue. Okay. Can I break them down by game here? No, to actually see the breakdown of the financials by game, have to go to Archive Games, which actually shows you the proper financials and all the other stuff. The UI does need a rework because, games are... That info should have been in financial, and financial should be maybe a bit better. I mean, the interface is needlessly gigantic. That's a problem that a lot of games nowadays have. The interface is just huge when it could be smaller. Now, I get if it's a console game that needs to be on a 4K screen that's like 20 meters away from the whoever can afford a 4K screen and a console at the same time without going to depth. But on a PC, you could make stuff smaller. Like, see, this is small text and it's readable. You could have it be, you know, smaller, more compact, easier to fit on the same screen at the same time. It's how things used to be, and they worked out well. Okay, let's actually get to making the engine. Let's call it... what should we call it? Doom? No, Doom's already taken. Strength and mysticism. I think that's how you spell mysticism. Let's have it be a fantasy RPG again, because that's what we do. And adult only, which, again, adult only is something that you do when you want your game to not sell ever. We're gonna have to buy for a different platform, which is... There's only 3 platforms, though. That's the bit that really kind of irks me. That and there being no time progression. I mean, you start out in an endless now and you stay there. There's no sense that there's development in terms of technology. Yeah, these are now... They now have a 2 in the name, but... It's still the same thing. Pick an engine. Iron. Game size still small. Okay. Next. People are doing work now. Let's see. Let's do this again. I did not really do much in that sense. Oh, I can put 6 things in right now. Character progression, yeah. So I had RPGs up until now without character progression. That's not how the genre works. I can do this. Gameplay, a lot. This, a lot. Engine, normal. Begin, and I'm gonna instantly use tech override. Just so we'll make sure that we get a big tech bonus from the get-go. To hopefully balance things out for later on. And yeah, this fit better. AI high priority. This, should do this. Level design. Actually, level design should not be a low priority for an RPG. It's the thing that people remember, you know, how a dungeon looks, how a world looks. That's kind of badly informed, but you know, there's a bunch of them. There's so many genres that, you know, maybe the developer couldn't, you know, fit them all properly. I mean, I get that, I understand that. World design, level design, they're kind of similar, so you know. Let's see. I think we may be a bit actually too oversaturated on the technology part. Well, let's see. Haven't shipped the game with bugs yet. I don't know exactly how that happens. Wow, that is super weighted towards technology. 35, 65, we're in at 4%, so let's package this thing up. 9, it's probably the best looking game I ever played. With more highs than lows, something, an enjoyable game. This game was a person, they could part the seas. Okay. We now have 3D graphics stylized in simple body language and dialogue and skill trees. Now again, all this stuff, if it was a progression in time from the 70s to the present, it will make sense to unlock them like this and not have them all be available. But since we live in the endless now, it's kind of terrible to not have to, you know, unlock them like this. It doesn't fit well. Let's sell this on Steam. Strength and mysticism. Okay, and let's go to any conventions. In October. I think I missed the E3 one actually. And let's do more work here. Basically, the only novelty that this game has over similar titles in the genre is this. It's the 3D aspect. It's you seeing people type on their keyboards and stuff. Somehow, mouse and keyboard cost $15,000. I know they could be probably made by Apple, but even in that case, seems like a lot. Seems like a bit of a lot. Quite a lot. Maybe a bit too much. A bit way too much. And that kind of sucks. Let's see. Can't register for... We can even make our own convention at some point when we're AAA and stuff. Milestones. Let's look at our company valuation. Overview. Revenue. Back, actually no, I have to, where's the game archive? Acquisitions, don't have that unlocked yet. It's made 33,000 over its budget, so it's been going nicely. Level design low, quality great, everything was great. I think actually, can I upgrade some of my old games now? Yes, I think I can. Update this to, I guess, to PC2? Maybe that's what it's doing. So I haven't unlocked ports yet, or remakes, or remasters, or whatever the thing is called. Did it do something? I can't create a port, but I can update it. Maybe I updated it to the better recipe? Actually, I'm gonna update one of my oldest games and suckiest games and see what happens. Penultima. Let's see what happens. What did that do? Think it increased the score? Let's see, this is 4.5. Hey, everything was great on this. Why did it sell badly? Huh. Updating Floop. Let's go to the convention. Book event. Can I afford something bigger? Yeah, let's go big. They should see an increase in sales. I said I'm gonna look at the... No, this didn't do anything, so I'm not sure exactly what update does. Digital storefronts. They're not back on sale or anything. This is basically dead now. I can't re-release it unless I research the thing. So let's go into the studio perks. No, pardon, not that. Not that. Game extensions, I don't have money for those. I should probably get a loan or sell some of my... I'm going to sell some of my company, I guess, then. Valuation, I'm close to getting that. View loans, company financials, not this. Back. Portfolio, yeah, I'm going to sell bits of my company. Sell 20%. Yeah. I'm gonna go get a loan. Pardon, not that. View loans. I'm gonna get a 1,000-degree loan for 30 months. Okay, now I can make sequels and stuff. Sequel, DLC, or remakes. A game can only be remade one time. Oh, no. That's... we all know that's not a thing. Okay, so now let's go back to one of my worst games. Archive games and remake them. I can update Penultima again, it seems. Pick a platform on this thing, pick an engine, Iron Engine, this. And let's basically make the same game again with a different engine. Save game, no what? Progression, yeah, it's gonna have progression finally. And hide this and begin stage 1. And now I'm gonna activate Take Override just to be sure. Hopefully that worked. All this stuff is putting in. Let's put this on high, let's put this on low. I forgot to actually get get started on the marketing. More tech. We need more tech. Graphics. Sound. This. 2D sprites, 2D flipbook. And begin stage 3. Let's see. Can we get the proper... Okay, we're basically there. We're so close to... I think we're there. Finish development. Yeah, we're within 1%, so it's probably gonna be okay. Okay. Okay, but still good. What? Got an achievement. What did it say? Remake a game. Okay. Okay, that's nice. Expressionism, I got a different achievement. Complete 10 games. EQS systems, let's sell it on Steam. Publish. Close. And hopefully not go bankrupt because we're in the red right now. December, end of the year. Let's see what's gonna win the best game of this year. There are games that will be made. There are classes. Okay, that's nice. There will be classes about how good this game is. Yes, I want to attend. Small game. I did not win best game. I did not win anything this year. That's sad. But hey, at least we achieved something. Contract expert. 50 contracts. So it's basically, this game is more of an outsourcing scheme because it shows you that by doing outsourcing for other stuff, you basically get paid. You earn the money. Real estate. Motivational poster. Yeah, let's purchase that motivational poster. Yep, they showed up. $25,000 for that. Are they NFTs? That makes sense if they were NFTs. I think they're probably gonna add NFTs to the game. I mean, it makes sense. It already has the crypto market in it. Why can't I mine crypto? Those I have these Pentium ones that are just idling right now. They would make so much Dogecoin. Well, this has been it for Game Dev Master. It's on Steam. It's in early access. It needs some work, honestly. It needs some work. It needs more consistency. If the dev is watching, go look at GameBiz and try to steal as much as you can from the way that game, that series, made its world. It made you feel like you were actually in a believable world. It does get, better down the line. You see, get to choose DLC, what they do, and set schedules and stuff. But the basics of it is kind of annoying because it's highly unrealistic, which is annoying. It toys with your expectations and doesn't do a proper job of it. Let's upgrade the monitor then. That's actually not all that noticeable. In terms of graphics, not sure if the Unreal Engine helps. The lighting in it is kind of terrible. Honestly, you could have kept it at an interface-based game, and I think you would have been better off for it. It would have probably required less work. And who knows, maybe the game will get better as time goes on. Hopefully it does. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna make a show about GameBiz too, since it's free. It's been free for ages, and it's still a great game. Well, I'm gonna see you Friday or Saturday with the Hero 7 show. Hopefully it will be done by then. I'll see you then. Have a great time. Bye-bye.